Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome if you're new. My name is Bethany, and I'm excited because today I am fixing part of the mess I've created. So I brought up the cube bin, thinking, oh, this might add some storage and I might like it better. Turns out, no. In fact, all it did was cause me a problem, and I ended up moving it out that way because it made it feel closed off, and I avoided my laundry room like the plague. And now it looks pretty bad. It looks really, really bad, actually. So we are going to go through today. We're going to do a good clean in here, get rid of a lot of dust, and we have a couple of little projects that we want to accomplish too. So this was my hanging thing, like jacket. It ended up being a jacket hook. I bought it at a thrift store forever ago, but I'm upgrading. So this I talked about in my last video. I got some 1x4s, some hooks from Hobby Lobby, and they were on sale. Of course, the 50% off. So I ended up, I think the board was like $7. The hooks with tax and everything was less than $15. And then the screws were less than $2. So what is that? Hold on, let me do the math. What did I say? 7, 14, and that's 21 plus 2, $23. And a lot of the coat hooks that I was looking at online were that price, and they were not this size. So I feel like and then I had the stain, so there were some savings. But so anyways, and I wanted 2 of them, and I did not want to spend $50. So I feel like I did pretty good, got a good deal. And I like the way it turned out. It holds a lot of coats and things like that. And in our house, we do not have like what is that called? A hall closet or like a coat closet when you come in. We don't have a foyer or anything. So really, if you don't have somewhere that is quick to hang a coat, it's going to be on a chair or on a couch and just in the way. So I'm going to get these hung, and then I am going to work on cleaning this laundry room so that way I do not despise every moment I have to be in here. I had talked about putting a closet beside my washer and dryer, but I think I have come up with a better solution. Again, I have to run it by my husband and double check our capabilities. Just kidding. I'm sure it's not necessarily capabilities. It's just how much money I'm willing to spend on something, if that makes sense. So I have to do the cost on lumber and all the things, because I think I'm going to do some cabinets, and I would like to add a small tall cabinet for like all of my cleaning tools, like brooms and things, just because right now I don't really have a place to put those. But I don't want the whole area to be a closet, if that makes sense. I like having the little countertop beside the washer. It's really handy to put things on. And sometimes I use it for folding, even though I have the big table behind me or the counter behind me, but I use that one more for sorting. So anyways, that's my ideas. And I'm trying to figure out how to make this room function better and also look a little nicer where it's not awful being in here. Just kidding. It is not awful. I'm very grateful to have a big room and all the things, but it's very white and there's not really pretty things. So maybe one day I'll get to add the pretty things, but for now I'm just trying to add all the function I can, because this is a big room and I want to get as much use out of it as possible. It's the same as in the dining room. I think that's going to be my first project, are those cabinets. I want to build the boxes for those. And then once that's done, we have a project for in the living room. And then this will be the last project. But also that gives me the most time to figure out how I want to do it, if that makes sense. But I'm going to start with getting all this picked up and the floor cleared, because it will just make the space not as cluttered to start with. So I'm going to pick up all the dirty clothes, and then we are going to get to cleaning. the bottle of Lysol I'm using was almost out, and I added a little water to it. So really this is just watered down, diluted, but I'm going to use it to wipe down my washer and dryer because they're getting kind of dusty and just build up. The other day I I wiped down the top of the drum, and my washer is apparently rusty in there, and I am not trying to get like a tetanus shot. I think that's why. Yeah, no, I don't want to get a tetanus shot, so we're just going to leave it. Also, I'm fighting with this washer, and then I realized it's this hose here that's keeping it from going forward. So I'm just going to loosen that up so I can pull it out. And oh my gosh, it was so bad. It was so bad. I was not expecting all that. I mean, it's a lot of dust, and it's a lot of things that fell out back there. It's totally fine. It's not, but I wasn't expecting that much. And there's like film, I guess, buildup from like laundry products that may have, how they got under there. I have no idea. But so anyways, I'm going to wipe down and dust all the back of the appliances, and then I am going to sweep all this mess out. And there is a dust line and a half on top of that baseboard. I don't know if you can see it, but it's looking pretty dusty back there, and the side of my dryer looks pretty bad too. But a part of that is because the metal has worn, because apparently my washer, when it's going, just likes to throw itself in the middle of the floor. I think it's out of balance, but it's totally fine. We'll figure it out. It'll be fine. It only does it on like certain things like blankets and stuff. I think it's because it's not a balanced load, but I do try to like distribute the weight pretty evenly around there, but it still don't work. But so anyways, I'm going to go ahead and pull out the dryer as well. And then we are going to get all this swept out from here because it's pretty bad. Also, I found a whole block of Phelps Napa back there. So how that got under there, I have no idea. I understand it falling, but I don't, where it's at would be more like under the dryer and not under the rack, if that makes sense. But also, whenever we finally get around to the laundry room, hopefully we'll get around to that. And, but I want to add a shelf board above the washer and the dryer, like a wood one where things don't fall back here as easily. To be honest, the reason why I thought I'll pull it out is because the other day I dropped a hand towel went back there. So I thought I'll go ahead and see what else fell back there. But there was quite a few things. So what's the rule of thumb? Like, how often are you supposed to pull out your washer and dryer? Do you pull out your washer and dryer? I don't know. I honestly, last year I think I pulled mine out. I usually will do it probably about once a year just because usually something falls back there and I think, oh, I should probably go ahead and get that out. But I don't know what the standard is for that. Also, in my little, the lid area, it gets a lot of dust and stuff built up in there. And I think it's because, like, I don't know if it's just me or, like, laundry soap, it tends to be tacky. And I don't know if that may have something to do with it. But it really gets a lot of dirt in there. So I just figured I'd go ahead and wipe that down as well. Like I said, I wiped around the drum the other day, but it's starting to get rusty up there. So I don't know. We've had this washer and dryer for quite some time. They're still holding on, and I appreciate that. So it's totally fine. We'll give it a good clean down, wipe down, and we're going to keep on running with it until it decides it don't run anymore. But so anyways, I'm going to get this pushed back so that way I can get the dryer pulled out and wiped down. But like, how often, what's a good rule of thumb? Like, I feel like maybe I wait too long because it was pretty dirty. But it's the same, I think, as like the fridge and the stove. Like, you don't think about it until you think about it, and then you pull it out and you think, oh my gosh, I probably should have thought about this sooner, but it's okay. Here we are. It's fine. We get to it when we get to it, and it will be a-okay. But so I'm going to get the dryer moved back, and there were still more things under there. I don't know if I got everything or not. We're going to try. One day I'm going to come in here and I'm going to repaint all my baseboard and my trim. I'm going to go back and silicone it because I don't know if I ever re-siliconed this trim after Bean ate the flooring in here. This flooring used to be the same as our master bathroom. And whenever Bean was a puppy, she would tear up everything. Like, she was horrible about chewing on things. And to be honest, if you look under the folding table beside the washer, those are goat panels that I had screwed in, and there used to be a door on the front of that, and that was her kennel because we had a dog kennel, and she literally chewed through the wire. So, and she also ate a hole under our shower. It used to have a shower seat in it. It was like one of those all in one piece, and she literally chewed a hole in the drywall under the shower, and that's why the metal goes all the way around. But she's chilled out, and she hates a crate. We tried crating her. We tried not crating her. We left her in the laundry room with a gate, but she always had Frank with her, but she does not like to be in a crate. It drives her, we just ended up losing, and having to redo our flooring and things like that. And she don't chew anymore other than her toys, so it's totally fine. I went ahead and raised this bar up. I haven't gotten the bar for the bottom yet, but I figured I'll go ahead and raise this up. That way it's just a little easier whenever I get that to install it. And I'm planning on putting like 2 rows right there of jackets and winter clothes, so that way I just have a little bit more storage, and I feel like it will fit well there. Kind of like making a closet, even though it's not a closet, just because I don't want everything hanging on the coat racks that I put up. But I do want a place to be able to hang like what we're wearing that week, I guess. And then also, double duty is during the summer, they can be towel hooks. So, when the kids come in from the pool, they can hang their towels, and maybe we won't go through as many towels. We probably will, but it was a thought. It might work. The brass tray that I usually have my laundry detergent on, I am going to take that out because it gets the laundry detergent reacts with it and it don't want to come off. So I'm going to take that out and switch out what tray I have up here. I have other ones in the basement, so I'll go see and try to figure out which one will work. But I'm going to pull this out and get this wiped down. Also get that unstuck. And I do go through and get rid of some things because, it never hurts to declutter. There's shower curtains and things like that I have no intention of using. So I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of those and some different decor and things. I really need to go through my house and purge a lot of things that I don't use. And also go through my kids' clothes because they've grown and, yeah, they have a lot of things that don't fit. So I need to go through and get rid of some things and donate what's good and trash what's not. But I'm going to pull this out and clean behind it. And I'm also going to go ahead and take the metal off this. And who knows, maybe I'll use it in my garden for some trellises or something. But so anyways, I'm going to sweep up back here and then clean this real good. I was going to mop. I quit. I gave up. I was like, no, it's fine. I'm not mopping today. It's totally fine. I'm not going through like real deep, but I'm going to go through this cabinet right here because it's a hot mess and there's a lot of things that I don't use in there. So I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of it. I have an old mop with a mop head that I haven't used in a long time. I have a couple of them. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of them. I really like the mop I have. It works well. If I want to get more mop heads for it, I have 3 currently, but I may get more, but it takes up far less space than what this is taking up, and I don't ever use these. So I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of them, donate them, and maybe somebody else can get some use out of them. But I am so glad I came in here and just started. It was very overwhelming to walk by this room, but now it is not as bad, and I actually can manage to be in here. Also, laundry hack, when life is really lifing and you don't have the motivation, I just go in and I will wash either all pants or all towels, which I will do all towels anyways. But I'll do a load of either one of those because they're easy to fold and put away. And it gives me you accomplish something. It gets a lot out of the laundry basket a lot of times. And it's easy to do. So minimal effort, but it makes it look and feel like I got a lot done. But so anyways, that's my laundry hack for someone who really don't like laundry. But I'm thankful for laundry. But so anyways, I'm going to get a load of laundry started. I started with a regular load and then later I switched to towels and pants, or I'll alternate those. So that way I'm like, oh, this was a lot. But then the next one, I'm like, oh, it's not so bad. And then I do another load. I'm constantly just trying to trick myself. I still had to figure out a solution for my mops and brooms, but for now that's going to work. And then my mom said she had another closet hanger, so I'm going to put another row there. But this is just going to be for now. Also, I put the dog food bag, the old one, in there, and then I just put the dog food in there. So, anyways, yep. This is going to be my hanging wall. So, yeah.